This is Eli Willits. He was selected #1 overall by the Washington Nationals in the 2025 MLB Draft. He's the son of former Major League player Reggie Willits, and he's a switch-hitting shortstop out of high school from Oklahoma, and he's only 17 years old, which makes him the youngest #1 pick since Ken Griffey Jr. Yeah, that's good company to be in. And today, I'm gonna play through his career in MLB The Show. Now, obviously, with him being only 17 years old, it's probably gonna be a couple seasons before we see him in the bigs. But it actually looks like they're ready to bring him up here at 18 years old, midway through the 2026 season. And dude, it is not going well for the Nationals. They're 43-68 after the trade deadline. And at this deadline, they traded James Wood to the Yankees. They also traded CJ Abrams to the Pirates. I mean, dude, I'm surprised they didn't trade away Mackenzie Gore, a 27-year-old pitcher, 87 overall. If you're gonna blow it up, you gotta send out everybody. But let's go ahead and get into Eli Willits' MLB debut. And he's coming up with nobody on, 2 outs in Wrigley Field. Oh, is that gonna get down? Is that gonna split the gap? Oh. Now for at-bat number 2, he's gonna go ahead and lead off the 5th. I'm gonna take first pitch. Come on, man. Gotta find a way to get a hit in the debut. Oh, is that down? Is that down? Oh, that stayed up. Honestly, good luck having any ball drop when PCA is roaming center. Same score now. This time he's got a runner on first. Gotta hit the ball on a line, man. Eli's not gonna have that pop. Come on, Eli. We can't go 0 in the debut. We can't start the career like that. 3-2 count. Good at bat to start the inning. Just gotta put something in play here. It's ball 4. Eli was down 0-2 in that at-bat. Well, the Nationals do go ahead and take a victory here in Eli Willits' debut, and Eli went 0-3 with a walk. Not the craziest debut, but he's got a long career ahead of him. And then just getting through the rest of that season, Eli only appeared in 18 games, finished with 63 at-bats, but he did smack 4 homers, which is impressive, considering he's projected to be more of a lower power guy, or at least an average power guy. He looks to be above average in pretty much every other tool, so seeing any sort of power from him is actually pretty good. And the end of this 2026 season sees the Dodgers winning the World Series over the Kansas City Royals, which means we can now jump into the first full season of a hopefully very long career for Eli Willits. And his first full season did not disappoint. He hit 30 doubles as a 19-year-old. Also tallied 12 homers, 56 RBIs, stole 18 bags, and the Nationals had a slightly better year, but still not enough to make the postseason in this competitive NL East. And the 2027 season ends with the A's winning the World Series. They really won it in a minor league ballpark, which means they're going into Vegas as MLB champions. 2028 would be a pretty similar year for Eli Willits, hitting 36 doubles this time around, but the Nationals had an abysmal season, over 100 losses. They made even more trades this year too, sending away Keibert Ruiz, Brady House, and Dylan Cruz. But all in all, the Yankees would go on to win the World Series to close out 2028. 2029 would be more of the same for Eli Willits. He did hit 13 home runs, which is a career high for him, even though he's only a few years in. And hey, the Nationals finished at 500, so still not in the postseason, but that's a 21-game improvement from 2028. But regardless, the San Francisco Giants would bring the World Series trophy back to the Bay Area. Now we're here in 2030 and things just got interesting. We've seen that when things haven't gone well in Washington, the Nationals have not been afraid to make some moves. Nobody has been safe, including Eli Willits. He has been traded to the Houston Astros. And this is great news for Eli Willits because the Astros are in first place in the AL West. He might see some postseason action. They've got Yordan, who's up to a 95, Chris Bubich, Emmanuel Clase. They also have Pete Crow Armstrong, Max Myers, Shota Imanaga. Oh, this is so weird to see him in an Astros uni. See if we can start off his Astros career on a good note. That's gonna get caught. Damn. 3-0. I don't care about taking a walk. I'm swinging if it's in the zone. It was in the zone. I finally have a hit with Eli Willits in this video. And overall, in 2030, this would be Eli Willits' best year of his career, finishing with 33 doubles, 16 home runs, 67 RBIs, an OPS above 700, and he's finally going to get his first taste of postseason baseball as the Astros are the 5 seed taking on the Yankees in the wild card round. Here we go, man. Eli Willits' postseason debut in the Bronx. Oh, is that going to get down? Nope, that's right to him. Still 0-0 here in the top of the third. Oh my. I kind of suck with Eli Willits. Come on. Still scoreless. Up the middle, please. Eli Willits has his first career postseason hit. And Alex Bregman hit a 3-run bomb. I didn't even see that Bregman was back on the Astros. 9th inning, that's a big insurance run out there on second base. Oh! Let's go, Eli! Perfect swing, stay at first. That's a huge insurance run. And it's my best swing with him for the entire video. And the Astros do take game 1 here in the Bronx. And the Astros take game 2 to move on to the DS. Unfortunately, though, the Cleveland Guardians came in with a clean sweep of the Astros in this round. So that ends Eli Willits' first postseason run. Still, though, he got a taste of the action. He's only 22 years old. I think we'll see him back there very soon. And at the end of it all, the Cleveland Guardians would go on to win the World Series. Now, here in the next season, we have another big trade, but this time it is not Eli Willits. It is Ethan Holiday. He has been traded to the Texas Rangers. For those of you that don't know, Eli Willits was drafted number 1, and Ethan Holiday was drafted number 4. And for a lot of people, these two guys were considered the best 2 position players in the class. And now they play as division rivals. This is crazy. But back to Eli Willits, his 2031 was electric. He would get his first career All-Star appearance, and for the first time in his career, he finished with over 20 homers on the season. He had 22 with 42 doubles. He also drove in 94 runs. But even with that great year, the Astros would miss the playoffs. It wasn't a bad year. They had 87 wins, but they finished 11 out of the division. But check this out. They were tied with the Orioles for the final wild card spot, but I guess the Orioles had a tiebreaker on them, and the Orioles won 8 games in a row to end the season to get in that final spot. Heartbreaking way to end the season for Eli Willits and the Astros. And this season ends with the Yankees securing another World Series championship. And now getting into 2032, this is the final year of Eli Willits' contract, so he will be a free agent after this season. Will the Astros re-sign him? Will he sign somewhere else? Will the Astros trade him at the deadline? There's a lot on the line this year. Let's see how it goes. Well, the Astros did not end up trading Eli Willits. He did end up playing the full season with them, and he ended up hitting 27 home runs. I did not think we were going to see him get home run numbers that high. And the Astros did end up making the postseason. They finished second in the division, but they did secure the first wild card spot. And their first round matchup is against the Tampa Bay Rays. But the Rays came into Houston and won 2 in a row to sweep the Astros in the wild card round. And that could be all she wrote for Eli Willits' career as an Astro. We'll see what happens in the offseason. And the San Francisco Giants take home another World Series championship here in 2032. And now in this offseason, Eli Willits will be signing a new contract. He's only 24 years old and has already recorded over 200 career doubles with 100 career home runs somehow and over 400 career RBIs. I'm really curious to see what his contract is going to look like. Before we get there, though, just a quick reminder that if you're going to any baseball games, use code Cougs on SeatGeek to save $20 on your tickets. And if you enjoy daily fantasy sports, you should really jump on Underdog. It's the best place to play. I like the pick'em entries where you just pick higher or lower based off Underdog's projections for players. And if you sign up using my code Cougs, you'll get some special promo picks available. And always play responsibly. Well, Eli Willits has made his decision. The contract has been signed. He will be playing the 2033 season and beyond with the Philadelphia Phillies. They got him on a 6-year, $134 million contract. And what is this? The Astros then sign Ethan Holiday? I mean, I get it. Ethan Holiday is very good as well, but they just had Eli Willits and now they sign Holiday. This is so weird. But dude, I'm checking out this Phillies roster. It's kind of stacked. You've got Roman Anthony, he's a 97 overall. Evan Carter is up to a 92. You've got Eli Willits, Cade Smith, Dalton Rushing, Junior Caminero. Like, this is a really good team. And they have Jackson Holiday. And another thing with Eli Willits, he signed this 6-year deal with Philly. He's only 25 years old. So assuming he actually plays well through these 6 seasons, he could get another decent contract when he's 31 for the back end of his career as well. But I think this is actually a good landing spot for him. And Eli's first season with the Phillies did turn out pretty good. 31 doubles, 24 homers, finished with a 732 OPS. The Phillies did not win the division. That went to the Miami Marlins, but the Phillies pretty comfortably got the first wild card spot, meaning that Eli Willits is back in the postseason as the Phillies take on the Cubs in the wild card round. And the Phillies did take 2 out of 3 against the Cubs to win that series. And in the NLDS, the Phillies match up with the 1 seed Miami Marlins, and this one's heading to a Game 5. This is the biggest game of Eli Willits' career so far. I'm a little bit under that. That's not going anywhere. Ooh, we got a 3-0 lead now. Base hit. There we go, Eli. Good, and now it's a 5-0 game here in the 7th. 2 guys on base in this at-bat. Let's put this out of reach right here. Oh, that was right down the middle. Go, ball. Go. Damn. How did he get away with that pitch? Well, it doesn't matter. The Phillies are able to take this Game 5 victory in Miami. They move on to the NLCS. And their matchup will be the Colorado Rockies. Unfortunately, the Rockies got out to a 3-1 series lead, and that was just too much for the Phillies to claw back from. Eli Willits is still chasing that first World Series appearance. And hey, the Rockies would go on to beat the Royals in the World Series. And this is the first championship in their franchise's history. I never see the Rockies do anything in these sims. So you know what? Good for them. 2034 was another solid season for Eli Willits, putting up 36 doubles, 18 homers, stealing 16 bags. And this year, the Phillies did not just win the division, they clinched not the 1 seed in the NL, but the 1 seed across all of baseball. So now there's some pressure in this postseason. And their matchup in the division series is against none other than Eli Willits' former team, the Washington Nationals. And with a 2-0 series lead already, I'm just going to go ahead and simulate Game 3. Bang, the Phillies are on to the NLCS. But once again, the Phillies find themselves down 3-1 in the NLCS. Can they get this series back to Philadelphia? Let's see. They do force a Game 6. Can they force a Game 7? They can. Let's go. Win this game and go to the World Series, man. That's what it's all about. Come on, Eli. Put the team on your back, dude. Oh, that's a terrible swing. Okay, 1-1 ball game now in the 4th. I'm gonna take first pitch. I'm not screwing this up again. That was basically the same pitch. Oh, dude, not like this. The Phillies were down 3-0 in the series, worked it all the way back to a Game 7. We've got to fight. Okay, Eli's gonna have a guy on first base. Is that a gapper? Tell me that's down in the gap. Oh, dude, that was off the top of the wall. I didn't think I hit that hard. But Eli Willits is going to drive in a huge run. Look at this guy, Al Bean. Yo, this guy's a unit. Nobody out, though. Got to be smart here. Double play. Easy, easy. Bang. Bottom 8 now. Still down 1. Come on, Eli. Oh, I hit that well. I hit that well. Enter game. No, I'm just going to simulate. Don't tell me that's it. Show me a miraculous comeback in the 9th. Oh, that's a tough one, dude. A Game 7 loss. I definitely screwed up my first 2 at-bats with Eli Willits, but the other 2 I hit it well. But the Cardinals win the pennant. But the Cardinals proceeded to get swept by the Minnesota Twins in the World Series. Dude, that's actually crazy to think about. The Cardinals had a 3-0 series lead in the NLCS, lost 3 in a row, won Game 7, and then got swept in the World Series. Kind of crazy to think about a team losing 7 out of their last 8 games in a single playoff run. The Phillies have got to get over this NLCS hump, man. That's a Cardinals team that they should have beaten. You just can't go down 3-0 there. Now, in 2035, Eli Willits would make his second All-Star appearance, and he would also win win his first career Gold Glove award, but this would also be his best offensive season yet, tallying 34 doubles and 30 homers. Bro, I did not think he was going to have a 30 home run season. When he had 27, I thought that was crazy, especially because he's got like 68, 54 power. That's not terrible, but I expected him more to be a super high contact dude, but this is how he's turned out in the sim. Once again, the Phillies have made the postseason. They were the first wild card team, and their first round matchup is against the Dodgers, and quite frankly, I don't care if it's not the World Series at this point. I'm simulating these 3 games against the Dodgers. Game 1, the Phillies take a W. Game 2, the Phillies lose. And game 3, the Phillies blow it. Yeah, the Dodgers went ahead 6-0 early, and even though the Phillies showed some fight, they just couldn't bring it back. So that is once again a failure for the Phillies in the postseason, even though it looks like Eli Willits did hit pretty well in those 3 games. And this season ended with a World Series rematch, and the St. Louis Cardinals get their revenge against the Minnesota Twins. 2035 was a great year for Eli Willits, but 2036 was even better. He hit 41 doubles, 31 homers with 104 runs batted in, giving him a 508 slugging and an 849 OPS, also securing his first career Silver Slugger. He is genuinely developed into a power threat. It's crazy. Once again, the Phillies do make the postseason as a wild card team, and just like last year, they have a first round matchup in the wild card round. They're against the Rockies, simulating game 1. After all these pop-ups, it did go to the Phillies. Game 2 goes to the Rockies, and game 3 goes to the Rockies. Another wild card exit. Eli Willits had a home run and 4 runs batted in during that series, an 853 OPS. This Phillies core is great. This team is nasty on paper, but they just can't get it done in the postseason, dude. Meanwhile, the Dodgers went ahead and grabbed another World Series championship. 2037 was another great year for Eli Willits. 43 doubles, 22 homers, and for the first time in his career, he stole over 20 bags. So the home run numbers went down a little bit, but the base running went up. He also hit 10 triples this year. The Phillies finished just 1 game out of the division. They still do make the postseason as a wild card team. And check this out. Dion Baca, a 23-year-old second baseman who is 96 overall. This guy is generational. He won MVP for the Phillies with 45 homers. None of the Phillies won Cy Young, but Derek Coe had already won a few. The Phillies also had Rookie of the Year Alonzo Morehouse with 25 homers. Here's Derek Coe with a 2.37 ERA, Gene Frazier with a 1.87. This team is so good. This has to be the year. And once again in the first round, the Phillies are matching up with the Colorado Rockies. Here we go. Don't do this to me again. I need to see this team advance, dude. Well, they lose game 1, they win game 2, and they bring it back to win the series. Thank God. Which means their division series matchup is against the 1 seed Cincinnati Reds. Come on, man. Let's make a miracle happen. We win game 1. Oh my God. We sweep the 1 seed. I'm telling you, bro, this has to be the year. It's a matchup with the Braves in the NLCS. Come on, man. I just want to see Eli Willits in the World Series. Game 1 goes to Philly. Game 2 goes to Philly. Come on, bro. No way. Oh. Okay, hold on a second. It's 3-2. Do not let this go to game 7. It doesn't go to game 7. Eli Willits will be taking on his former team, the Houston Astros, in the World Series. And guess who is still on the Astros? Ethan Holiday. These 2 dudes are about to match up on the biggest stage in baseball. Game 1 of the World Series. Here we go. We're already up 1-0 for Eli's first AB. Base hit. He's 1 for 1 in his World Series career. Now we're up 3, and Eli's hitting from the left side of the plate. Oh, right there. A World Series home run for Eli Willits. He has become a power threat through this simulation, and now we get to see that power on the biggest stage in baseball. What a swing. And game 1 of the World Series belongs to the Phillies. Phillies also take game 2 by a score of 5-0, and Eli Willits had another huge game, but the Astros would go on to win all 3 games at home, so the Phillies are now down 3-2. And in the 4th inning, Eli's gonna have a chance. 1st and 3rd with 2 outs, just gotta drive this guy in. Come on. Is that down? Tell me that's down. It is down. Eli Willits with an RBI to take the lead. If the Phillies can come back and win this, he is in very good shape for World Series MVP. Bottom 8, 2-0. There is that insurance run out there on the base paths. A little out in front there. Come on, Eli. 2 outs. Do your thing. That is a hit. Let's go. Why would he throw the fastball after I was that far out in front of the changeup? Are they going to drive him in? They're not. All right, here we go. Are they going to force a game 7? They tied it. You have got to be kidding me, dude. Somebody be the hero. Come on. What do we got here? Gonzalez, single. Morehouse, the rookie of the year. He's out. Roman Anthony. He's the face of the team. Bases loaded for Baca, the MVP. A grand slam. Oh my God, this kid is special. What did I just... I mean, I didn't really see it, but yo, a walk-off grand slam to force Game 7 in the World Series. Here we go, boys. Game 7 of the World Series. Baca with a 2-run home run right before Eli Willits steps up to the plate. I mean, dude, if the Phillies win this, Baca might be stealing World Series MVP from Eli. Bad swing, dude. Honestly, a horrendous swing on that changeup. Come on. Oh, yeah, Vina. Oh, yeah. 3-0 Phils. Come on, Eli. Oh, perfect, perfect. Get out, ball. It's dead center. There's a chance that doesn't leave. No, what? Oh, my God. Houston did end up getting a run, so it's 3-1 here in the bottom of the 6th. Oh, no, now I'm rattled. I'm so rattled after that perfect. Oh, no, Houston just tied it. We cannot blow this, dude. Come on. Vina! Oh, this guy's the best. Top 8, I'm simulating the inning. They didn't score. Here we go, Morehouse. Come on, let Eli Willits get another AB here in the World Series. Baca, out. All right, here we go, 9th inning. Anderson Kaufman, strikeout. Walker Jenkins, this guy's nasty in franchise. Strikeout. Ethan Holiday is creeping on deck. Come on. Oh my God, it's really getting to Ethan Holiday. I mean, dude, we have to jump in and see this. Ethan Holiday is really all that stands between Eli Willits and a World Series championship. The Phillies have won it all in Game 7. Oh my God, what a wild finish, bro. What a wild last 2 games. Didn't do much with Eli Willits here in Game 7, but it doesn't matter. After years and years of postseason failures and disappointments, Eli Willits is a World Series champion. And Eli Willits is World Series MVP. He hit .393 during the World Series, 2 homers, 6 RBIs. That's a beautiful piece of hardware to add to the trophy case. Honestly, I'm surprised it didn't go to Baca after the walk-off grand slam and then the 2-run home run in Game 7. He was pretty gross in this playoff run, dude. He had 6 homers throughout the postseason with an OPS over 1,000. This guy's like one of the best franchise prospect players I've ever seen. And now for 2038, this should be interesting because this is the final year of Eli Willits' 6-year contract with the Phillies. He's 30 years old. I mean, he hasn't really shown any signs of slowing down. His last few seasons have been pretty impressive. So like I said earlier, he could very well get another great contract in this offseason. And the Phillies pretty much have the exact same core, so they're going to try to run it back. And in his contract year at age 30, Eli Willits put up a big year. 30 doubles, 29 homers, 99 runs batted in, which actually gives him a 6.1 WAR, which is the highest of any season in his career. And the Phillies crushed it, man. 101 wins. They are on a mission to repeat. And look at Derek Coe winning another Cy Young. What is that, the 3rd of his career? Yeah, he's got 3 Cy Young awards. All right, the Phillies have the Braves here in the NLDS. I'm pretty sure they swept them. No, they faced them in the NLCS last year and beat them, I think, in 6. Here we go. Game 1 goes to Philly. Game 2 to Atlanta. Game 3 to Philly. And Game 4, the Phillies win. They're headed back to the NLCS. And their matchup is against the St. Louis Cardinals. Ooh, are they going to be able to get revenge for that Cardinals loss a few years ago in Game 7? Here we go. Game 1 goes to Philly. Game 2 also goes to Philly. Game 3 also goes to Philly. They're 1 away from another World Series appearance. They lose that. And there it is. The Phillies are headed back to the World Series, this time against the Kansas City Royals. Can they go back-to-back? I'm going to simulate until an elimination game. Here we go. Game 1 goes to Philly. Game 2 goes to Philly. Game 3, Kansas City. Game 4 to Philly. They are once again 1 win away from a championship. The Royals did come to play here in Game 5. Down 5-0 here. Eli Willits at the plate. Is that going to be another perfect out? No, that is over his head. So Eli Willits is going to deliver a 2 RBI double. Okay, there's still life for the Phillies. And now Eli is up again in the 8th, representing the tying run. Oh my God, dude, this game's killing me. And there it is. The Royals win Game 5. Stop taking away my perfect swings in the World Series, MLB. It's all good, man. The Phillies just wanted to win it in front of the home crowd. It's already 4-0 here in the bottom of the first. And Eli Willits is going to keep the party going with a base hit. Is that one going to go? That might go. That might go. Eli Willits with a solo shot now here in Game 6. Dude, how can Philly not re-sign this guy in the offseason? He may not be winning MVPs like Dion Baca or Roman Anthony, but he is such an integral part of this team's core, dude. And now with 2 outs in the 9th inning, the Royals put up, what is that, 7 straight hits to score 5 runs. Unfortunately for them, though, they were down by 13 heading into this inning. So the Phillies are 1 out away from back-to-back World Series championships. And there it is. The Phillies and Eli Willits have repeated as World Series champions. And World Series MVP this time belongs to Luis Gonzalez. Hey, this guy was in the same draft as Eli Willits, but he was drafted in the 4th round. By the way, throughout that postseason, Eli Willits had 19 hits, 3 homers, 14 RBIs, and 836 OPS. This guy shows up in the postseason. But now it's time to find out what is going to happen with Eli Willits. Will he stay a Philly? Will he sign somewhere else? This is a big decision coming up. Well, we do have one big offseason move. The Phillies signed Dion Baca to a 13-year mega deal. I actually didn't know he was a free agent. So we'll see if that means they also have the money to pay Eli. Hold on, man. I'm going through this entire offseason. I'm in February. How have I not seen Eli Willits sign with a team yet? The dude's like a 92 overall. He should be one of the marquee free agents in this offseason. Okay, so I don't know why it didn't pop up at all in the offseason. Like I said, he's a 92 overall, but Eli Willits has signed a contract with the Philadelphia Phillies. He's back for another 5 years on a backloaded contract because remember, they just signed Dion Baca to this mega deal. They're paying Gene Frazier $33.5 million. Roman Anthony's on the final year of his deal. He's getting $35 million. Derek Coe is getting $40 million. A lot of these guys are getting paid, and honestly, the Phillies have a chance to go for 3 in a row, so Eli Willits took a backloaded contract, I guess, to try to help the Phillies build for right now. This guy's a team player. So 2039, another very solid year for Eli Willits. 38 doubles, 20 homers. He got 162 hits on the year, meaning he has over 2,000 hits for his career now. And on their quest for a three-peat, the Phillies finished 1 game out of the division, so they get a wild card spot. And their wild card matchup is against the Cincinnati Reds. The quest for the three-peat starts right now. Game 1 goes to the Phillies. Game 2 also goes to the Phillies. So step 1 is complete, and now they have their NLDS matchup against the Milwaukee Brewers. Here we go. Game 1 goes to Milwaukee. Game 2, oh my God. Is this the end? Just like that, the dreams of the three-peat are dead. The Brewers beat the Phillies. How did Eli Willits do in the postseason? 300 on base, 774 OPS. Pretty good. Not his best postseason run, but absolutely not terrible. And this season ends with the Texas Rangers securing their 2nd championship in franchise history. And now as we enter 2040, Derek Coe is on the final year of his contract as a Philly. Alexis Vina is on his final year as well. Both of those guys have been huge parts of the Phillies run. Of course, Eli Willits and Dion Baca are still here, but Roman Anthony is gone, which puts the Phillies at the 15th ranked team in baseball during the preseason. And so far in this entire sim, since Eli Willits has been on the Phillies, I don't think they've been worse than 4th. So we'll see what happens. And Eli Willits would start this decade on the right foot, 36 doubles, 20 homers. But just as I feared, the Phillies run might be over. They finished 12 games under 500. And they're going to be losing a couple key players. I don't know how I feel about the future of this Phillies team, but I mean, hey, they won back-to-back World Series. They weren't going to stay on top forever. And this new decade starts with the Boston Red Sox winning the World Series. Now, for 2041, you kind of look at Eli Willits' attributes and you kind of start to think, okay, the regression has started. It's a lot of red. He's down to a 90 overall. But even with all of those attribute downgrades, he had another great year. 26 doubles, 19 home runs, 21 steals. He's now over 200 career steals as well as over 300 career home runs. I mean, this is not a bad year at all. It's actually better than his 2040. And the Phillies did a little bit better this year. They finished 83 and 79, not really close to winning the division. And they were only 3 games out of a wild card, so they're still kind of in the mix. I guess as long as you've got Dion Baca and Eli Willits, you have a chance. And hey, the Rockies win the World Series. That's 2 times in this sim. And now for 2042, he's 34 years old. The regression is starting to hit a little bit more. He's down to an 85 overall. But this is still not a bad year at all. 23 doubles, 22 homers. He still stole 11 bags at 34 years old. But the average and on base and all that stuff is starting to dwindle. He's only got 1 year left on this second Phillies contract. And they once again do not make the playoffs. They finished 6 games under 500. And the Phillies were also 4 games out of the wild card. So I really don't know what the next couple years are going to look like for Eli Willits. Holy shit, dude. These are the Hall of Fame inductees. Juan Soto finished his career with 690 home runs. That puts him, what, 6th all-time? I think A-Rod is 5 with like 695 or something like that. Although, hey, I don't remember seeing the Mets win a World Series in this simulation. So was he worth $700 million or not? I don't know. And hey, here is a very interesting development here in 2043. As we know, Eli Willits is on the final year of his second Phillies contract. He was traded to the Texas Rangers. He only ended up playing 111 games this year, but, you know, once again, 27 doubles, only 10 homers. OPS is dipped under 700, but he's 35 years old, man. The regression is there. It just is. And what's interesting about the trade is the Rangers did make the postseason, but so did the Phillies. You traded away Eli Willits and you had a chance to make the postseason? Wouldn't this be crazy if he has a postseason run with a different team on the final year of his contract? Let's find out. They're facing the Red Sox. The Rangers actually win game 1. And they win game 2. Hold on a second. The Rangers are on to the division series. They're taking on the Angels. All right. Game 1 goes to the Halos. Game 2 goes to the Rangers. Game 3 now. Back to the Halos. And there it is. The Angels move on. And now we'll have to see what happens with Eli Willits. I mean, he's 35 years old. I can't imagine he's going to retire yet. I mean, 27 doubles and 10 homers. It seems like he's still got something in the tank. It just comes down to what team is going to give him an offer. And check this out. Eli Willits did get an offer. He got a 3-year contract with the New York Mets. He's making $13 million a year. Will the Mets be any good? That I don't know, but it's nice to see that a team gave him an offer, because a lot of the time in these simulations, when a guy starts getting to this age, they just kind of let him rot in the free agent list. Well, yeah, the Mets weren't very good. Not really surprised. As far as Eli Willits, he had 16 doubles, 7 homers. Yeah, he's getting old, boys. He's getting pretty old. Oh, man, don't let him become a negative WAR player. He's down to a 75. This sucks to see, but he's getting old. Oh, yeah, dude, it is over. 2045, he only played 52 games with 4 doubles, not a single bomb. OPS at 514. It got so bad that they brought him down to Double-A and they didn't even play him there. They just needed to get him off the roster. You gave him $13 million a year as a 35-year-old man. You knew it wasn't going to go well, Mets. But at this point, man, we should pretty much just get to the end, because, yeah, it's done. Hey, bro, what? I just decided to take a look at the retired players just in case Eli Willits wanted to retire early, and tell me why I'm seeing a guy named Jack Hogg. Okay, so Eli Willits finished out his contract with the Mets. He didn't play at all at the major league level in 2046. I assumed he was done, but apparently he got a contract for $490K with the Pensacola Blue Wahoos, which is the Miami Marlins Double-A affiliate. Yo, Eli, I think we can hang it up, dude. It's a great career. I don't know what you're trying to prove at this point. God just loves the game, I guess. And dude, we're at the end of the season. He didn't even play. So you're telling me he just took $13 million from the Mets in 2046 and then $500,000 from the Marlins in 2047. This guy loved being a Philly so much, he's just stealing money from every other NL East team to help them. And we're finally here at the finish line. Eli Willits took until the 2050 season to decide to retire, but he has finally decided to call it a career. So we're looking at 2,789 hits, 594 career doubles, 352 career home runs with 1,300 career RBIs, making him a career 259 hitter with a 316 on base and a 746 OPS. Good for 65.1 WAR. He finishes with 5 All-Star appearances, 3 Gold Gloves, 3 Silver Sluggers, 2 World Series championships, and 1 World Series MVP. Do I think he'll make the Hall of Fame in this sim? I feel like MLB The Show really likes home runs, so I'm going to say no. I think he should definitely be a member of the Philadelphia Phillies Hall of Fame. He was a core piece for 2 World Series championships, and he took a team-friendly deal to try to help them extend that window to win more, and he started stealing money from other NL East teams. He'll never have to buy a meal in Philly for the rest of his life. But let's go ahead and see. Will he make the Hall of Fame? He does not. His former teammate Roman Anthony does. Honestly, great career for Eli Willits. You can't be mad about the numbers he put up, but I'm sure he's going to be there with his teammate Roman Anthony to celebrate his Hall of Fame induction.